Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. What is poppin', everybody? What is poppin', y'all? It is Deku the artist, and I'm here to bring you guys another chapter reaction of Ordeal greatness. Now, last week's chapter definitely was intense. There wasn't too much in regards to like pacing, in regards to like the overall story, but we did get at least the start of the one-on-one squabble with Che and Rajani. We as well got revealed her cameo talent, which was basically Widow's Night. And the best way to explain it is that it's kind of like a symbiote to a degree and stuff. So the darkness, the Widow's Night basically emanates and kind of like takes over the host, and slowly but surely she will slowly kind of like the host, from what they've said, is that it will always take over the host to the point where the host literally dies. So it basically passes off to the next user. Now, throughout the fight, there wasn't really any type of complications Che was having. Yes, he was being blocked off with the Cyclops seal so that he couldn't really hear Ilios anymore. But we already know from Che's past, that's not really going to stop him. He's already been a martial art combatant. So him just being able to just run the one-on-ones with Rajani, light work. This man has Zahara, Vinta. The man's literally rocking ice and fire. Like, come on, like you ain't stopping the man. So within that squabble, he was getting, you know, the little bit of up and up with her. But then when he did have kind of like a close, you know, kind of like clash with her, the heat that was basically emanating from his body was strong enough to basically kind of like burn off or sizzle a portion of like her like darkness or shadow armor. And with that, it allowed Ilios to kind of like get his voice through Che just for a short period of time to let him know that there is a way, a possible way of still saving her and separating the talent, but the window is very short. Now, we have not really been shown if there's any type of way that anybody that's currently in the series right now is able to kind of like separate the talent from the user, even if it's like a talent where it was always passed off and all that stuff. That we just generally don't know, especially since that is kind of like the essence of like shadows and all that stuff. And especially we haven't been shown that with Che and Ilios. I may be wrong. Definitely let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong about that. But from what I know, I can't really see or imagine how Che is going to be able to separate it. Now, he might be able to use his flames to kind of like, I'm guessing, burn a good portion of like the shadow that's on her, so that it kind of leaves her, like leaves the host on its own. But she's going to be brutally burned after that. So I don't know. Who knows? We might get a continuation with this fight, but at the same time, last week we also got shown that we're gonna get a continuation what's going on in the board meeting with the Code board members and stuff, because we finally got to see, I think his name is Hajime. I forget what his name is, but the one with the one eye. How he's the true traitor of Code. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what is about to go down. But if you guys haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, share with your friends, and definitely let me know in the comment section down below what your guys' thoughts of the chapter. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Let's get it. Tun. Okay, yet again, the continuation of this meeting. Activation. Well, we've already read all of this. Okay. What did the chairman just say? Brother, say it is not true. Say that you remain one of us, that it is all a miscalculation. Yep, the battles you guys had. We built this tower that protects both cameos and men. Together we lost Avalon for it. We mourned her death together. You have been my brother. Tell me that the sturdy rock of a bond we built, you did not just shatter. Tell me. Tell me. Hanjiro! Foul allegations, Galliard. My many years of service vouch for my credibility. There is absolutely no merit to his claim. The chairman has been through much these last few days. Perhaps he is no longer in an adequate state of mind to oversee this table's affairs. Enough! I have proven your betrayal. Several days ago, I told all of you the same secret, but with one slight difference for each person. One lie, one discrepancy for each of you. You were under the impression that the same feats were shared amongst all members. So why was your detail the only one leaked, Hanjiro? Kofi Akane, you told us he would be in charge of protecting all key government officials and that they would be placed in a secure Kode facility. You told us all a different location, didn't you, Ross? And the facility told to Hanjiro has been leaked. There's no denying it. You betrayed us, haven't you? And look at the smirk on this man's face, bro. The little smirk. A binding seal, one of your better seals, Eldrick. Very good work. Perfectly designed to match my chi, fully restraining me. There is no way to escape without surpassing my chi limit, which should be impossible, yes? However, you have neglected to consider one thing, brother. Lord Vaj has already increased my chi limit. Hold your lies, Hanjiro. You are cornered. Did you think your chi was not thoroughly scanned every day you've been on this premises? On the contrary, I expected your precision and insistence on precautions, Eldrick. For it to work, I had to conceal another nature of my talent. You bluff! Ha 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 ha! Oh, I wish I was, brother. The gold that makes up my talent gains several properties when mixed with the cells of the blood monarch Volvage. When Kode learned his of his weakness to pure gold, I thought my cover exposed. However, no one looked at me as anything but a possible counter to him. You see, pure gold not only nullifies the effects of his cells, but completely neutralizes them. It masks their presence so long as they remain in contact with the gold. I store gold within my body as it grants me internal protection, but there is an orb beside my heart which encases the blood Vaj gifted to me. Bro, this is, oh my gosh. This guy was actually a perfect counter to this man Vaj. But this man just had to be a fucking snake. He had to be a snake. No scan can detect its presence, and when the time is right, I can release it into my bloodstream. Oh my gosh, bro. Within seconds, it will be absorbed into my chi. My cover will be blown, but no seal you can conjure will be able to restrain me. Ugh. And there it is. You feel it, don't you? I believe this meeting is adjourned, comrades. Warning. Chi signature hostile chi detected. Warning. Hostile chi detected. Warning. Hostile chi detected. Hanjiro Heibi. Doom. And the one-on-one fight begins. Now we're getting a full update on his actual talent. I don't know if they shown it last season, like the full totality of it, but now we're getting the fullness of his talent. Lion Gauntlet, creation and kinesis. Hanjiro can manifest his chi into pure gold, internally and externally. He molds this gold into the Lion Gauntlets, Lion right hand and Lioness left hand, both having specific properties. Lion produces powerful paralyzing roars that stun while disrupting eternally. Lioness produces precision projectile bites which are aimed at vital points, piercing through cameo defense techniques. Slash. He's using his claws. This is Galliard's fatal combat form. Is he not aware of Eldrick's plan to have me face a trial? He initiated contact with me. Grand Templar's vow is now in full effect. He will match my speed and strength. Slash. Hostile chi detected. Slash. Hostile chi detected. Slash. Hostile chi detected. Get a boot to your freaking side. Rawr. Lion paralysis. Or paralyzed, my bad. Hostile chi detected. Hostile chi detected. Damn, now he's turning it into blades, bro. Look at that cut the man did. The bond I built with you all was not without purpose. I and few others know your weaknesses. You are front line will attack first. I will dispatch you. Once I eliminate Grand Templar's vow, breaking the shield of our defense will leave the others vulnerable. Farewell, Galliard. Hostile chi detected. Boof. Out of the picture. For now, at least. The second target will be you, Morena. Oh. Boom. In your chest. The feeling of betrayal will weaken you. Your thoughts will be hazy and you will be distracted, unable to function. Once eliminated, the second line is no more. Bro, this man's even anticipating her thought process within this encounter, knowing that this girl is going to be so shaken with the betrayal, she's not even going to be in any state to fight. So even though she got pinpoint pierced in her chest, this kind of conversation confirms that she's not out of the count, but at least for this little bout that's happening, she's going to be too shaken by the betrayal. She's not even going to be able to fight right now. And then without offense capabilities, Nico Hart is of no threat. Of course, because she's a teleporter. Hostile chi detected. And you, Eldrick, knowing you cannot contain me, will try to limit my movements with a time slowing seal. And right there, your compassion was your downfall. By allowing Anton King to be elsewhere, none of you can compete with my strength. Oh my god. Yeah, he planned this out so well. He knew Eldrick was gonna send off Anton, and Anton was the only one that could compete with him right now. Your only plea will be for time, that perhaps you can strategize if I am slow. Your time slow effect, however, does not affect my projectiles. And now I shall easily finish off the source of Kode's wealth. Farewell, Joan. Wow, so Joan literally is the wealth of Kode. If she's gone, all the money's gone. Crazy. Hostile chi detected. Wow. What? You fool. My orders were to capture you. Man. I still don't believe Eldrick is dead, but he is definitely out of the picture for a good while. Damn it! You're trying to kill yourself? We need the information from Eldrick's research, and it's in your head. Boom. What? Someone's coming? Boom. 28. Ah, an ambush? 29. Bro, this man made sand warriors and he's counting up. Is he counting up for like the seconds it was supposed to take or something like that? Eldrick, you bastard, you set this up. You figured I had my chi limit increased. You had Minamoto circle this place so I wouldn't detect his chi. You knew confronting me would have fatal results, so he was your final card to execute me. You never planned to have my trial. 31. Whoosh. How was this guy able to fucking leave? I see. So it is true, Master Ross. Your calculations were dead on. I would only have 30-second window to get here and take his head. His orders were indeed to capture or kill the chairman once his cover was blown, but he would only have a few seconds before he was recalled to safety. This confirms it. They have a way of recalling those infected with the Blood Monarch cells. This is how we always lose the Gaki and Titan generals. Sigh. Hanjiro Heibi. So that's how these men were always able to escape, man. But this sucks, man. This truly sucks, bro. This truly sucks. On top of Ross not being able to use his techniques to kind of like utilize everybody on Kode to kind of like seal a person's talent, whatever that technique was, let alone that not being able to possibility anymore. Now, bro, the offensive team is now brutally injured. There is no defense. The full members of the board is now completely incapacitated. Ross, incapacitated. I'm sorry. And then Morena, who knows if she's going to be able to bounce back, but the man already knows her better, like knows her like everybody else, and knows that she's going to be shaken by the betrayal. So it's like Nico, teleporter, can't really do much. And then Morena, who is the wealth, I don't even know if they've shown that she has a talent. I think she does, but it's like it clearly isn't towards like combat. So man, oh man, we're fucked. But let's go. Continuation with the fight with Rajani and Che. Woo! Dum, bam, bam. Okay. The more you resist, the more you endanger my family. Give up your pursuits. Haha. You think I'm gonna give up my pursuits? Are you dumb? Oh, so she switched into the shadow and then out through there. Okay. The Natos cannot be defeated. Your rebellion only angers him. You are in our way. Grab. And just bring you closer so that I can slice you up. But of course it's not gonna really do much, because like she is like, her body being like emanating shadows, like yeah, she's always gonna be able to recover from this. With Widow's Knight, I know no pain. You will never kill me. Man, you gotta pick up some different moves, girl. Like all these piercing techniques is just boring, God. It's boring. Yeah, throw Zahara. Boom, straight in the shadow realm. Okay, so him attacking her literal shadow will actually produce damage on her. And I think Che realized that. Che noticed that shit. He's like, okay, enough. All darkness in this room belongs to me. I connected my shadow to yours moments ago, but you were too light on your feet for me to resurface there. Rap. You've let your guard down. Rod of men. Every moment of this breaks my heart. You would have been my love were you to choose the side that will see victory, my lord. Oh, I love this panel, bro. This might have to be my thumbnail. This is so nice. The armies of Kode will soon fall. How is it you think you can protect them and your family at the same time? Will you be as sturdy as a wall, as fearsome as an enraged lion, that your enemies will turn tail and flee? Bro, this goes making a permanent scar on his armor. Can your so-called selfless armor save another if they are not inside of it? Your armor cannot even save you. I truly am sorry, but this is where you must die, Lord Heart. We still haven't been shown what this dagger can do. Like, I truly feel like this dagger, once you get cut by it, there is going to be some type of infection, some type of just something that's going to make it so that it's a one-shot kill, because she hasn't let go of this dagger. As expected, the survivor of this battle is the selfish one. Cracking his fingers. You thought wrong, bitch. What? Boom. Yup. This man stored Zahara within her shadow, and either within his shadow or her shadow, just to bring that shit back up to stab her in her chest, bro. Phenomenal. And it's the end of the chapter. Okay. The one thing I kind of do like about these reactions is that you guys kind of get my full like explanation, my full thought process within the chapter as I'm reading it. Because like when it came to the pacing comparative to last week, when it came to this week or story beats and stuff, I might have to kind of figure out my own kind of like strategy or method of how I want to go about like explaining a lot of these like story beats and stuff. But when it comes to at least story and characters, or let's just say with pacing, we only got 2 locations. We got, of course, the Kode meeting, and then we brought back into here with the one-on-one squabble. When it comes to the storyline, we got to at least see that for one, you know, Hanjiro, being the true betrayer of Kode, was able to kind of like sneak his way throughout the whole encounter by him encapsulating Vaj's blood within gold. So we, for one, got told that he is probably one of the best counters towards Vaj, but this man already drank the Kool-Aid, so it really doesn't matter anymore. I don't think there's been anybody that's able to copy talents. So if nobody has been able to copy his talent, then it is what it is. We got shown what his talent actually is able to do, where it's both gauntlets is Lion and Lioness. Lion basically creates shockwaves that helps disrupt the opponent's defensives and all that, or my bad, disrupts them eternally, but also creates a shockwave to kind of like prevent them, paralyzes them. And then his right gauntlet, Lioness, is a piercing technique, which can pierce through majority of like defenses, as you've seen when it came to Ross. Even though he is like effectively good with his like seals, the piercing technique still was able to go through him. Now we can't really forget that the blood of Vaj helped increase his chi limit, so automatically this man was already on a top tier than everybody else in the room, and even admitted that Anton King was probably the only one that could stop him. Barras, he already predicted it. He already predicted that because of the situation with Louise and all that stuff, that Che, or that the Wolfpack probably just needs some time to themselves. And because of that, he knew he was going to tell Anton to just, do your own thing and don't worry about the meeting, which worked out with everything that he planned out. However, he did anticipate that he was going to betray him and possibly, fight them within the room. So he told Minamoto to kind of just hang out around the area, keep your chi at a limit and stuff, so he doesn't notice. But to count up to 30 or 31, counting up to 30, because that's what Ross told him would be like his limit of him being able to get in and possibly capture him, or to produce some type of damage on him before he escapes like the rest of the Gaki and the Titans. So that really confirmed to us that anybody that has Vaj's blood within them, which is basically everybody in Thanatos' army, it's either he himself is able to use a technique that can teleport them, or he's probably using another person's talent that references anybody that has his blood is just able with the snap of the finger. Oh no, what am I talking about? It's Che's brother or cousin. I forget his name, but this man has already shown teleporting capabilities and even able to teleport Vaj so many times. So it's literally shown that it's not even Vaj. Anybody that has Vaj's abilities, this man can literally teleport them, even with him not even being there. Bro, oh no, he is a problem, bro. He is a problem, because they can literally put secret like sleeping agents anywhere in Trinidad or throughout the globe, and they can just cause a havoc, and you can just teleport them back home. Bro, this is not fair, dog. Like, Brent, what are you doing? Brent, like, this is not fair, dog. This is seriously not fair, bro. This is not fair, dog. Bro, how are they gonna defeat Thanatos? I don't see them I don't see them doing anything within like season 3. We're just gonna have to wait for season 4, because I can't see any fathom of how Che and his team is gonna defeat Thanatos and his army right now. I just don't know. In the modern day technology, I don't know. But with the second part of the story and the pacing, we got again the continuation with Che and Rajani and stuff. Rajani always trying to just, bait out and just, always trying to show to Che that like, yeah, it would have been better if we were just together, but now I gotta kill your ass and shit. Thinking that she had the one up on him with like wrapping him up with like, her shadow abilities, not realizing that, bro, Zahara is within his shadow. So if you're within his shadow, then he can just easily summon Zahara like no tomorrow. And that's exactly what he did. Summoned her and just summoned her behind him, where it pierced her. and knowing that his flames is one of the only things that can actually combat her actual, like, you know, her shadow armor. Now, is this going to be a fatal blow? We don't know, but we are going to get a conclusion to this fight, because we got somewhat of a conclusion towards the Code board meeting. We might get a continuation with that, probably like a short little blurb after this, because I don't think Brett is going to start next week's chapter with the Code meeting. I just don't see that. I think he's just going to continue off with this, give us a little blurb of what's going to happen with this, and then possibly something else leading towards the end of next chapter. But yeah, no. But are we being told what the... Yeah, see, we're not even being shown on what is the possibility of next week's chapter. So I think we might get the conclusion of this encounter, and then maybe some story beats on what happened within the meeting. But bro, and then this is just going to set off Anton even more, because Anton was supposed to be there and he was told not to be there for his own good. Now he's going to regret this shit. Bro, the whole wolf pack is going through some shit, dog. The whole wolf pack is going through some shit. I think Tevin is probably the only like somewhat sane person out of like the wolf pack. Che, we already know what kind of like mindset he's on. Azam? Bro, on top of him losing his fiance, this man already blames him for Luis. You think Che's blaming himself for Luis? Azam is blaming himself for fucking Luis. And the fact that he had to watch the whole shit go down, nah, bro. And then now Anton, this situation is just gonna set off fucking Anton. Tevin is the only level-headed person at the moment right now. No wonder he's the one in the future trying to go after Che, because everybody else is probably off the rocks. Nah, bro. Yo, this is the show. Oh my god. I don't know what we're gonna do. I seriously don't know what we're gonna do. But yeah, definitely let me guys know what your guys' thoughts of this chapter in the comment section down below, because I don't know, man. I don't know how we're gonna fucking defeat the Natos. Like, it seems like Che is just gonna have to fucking nuke the whole fucking, like, the whole village. But he's not even gonna be able to do that. With his cousin being able to teleport anybody and everybody, and then now with the Merlin Stone, like, oh my gosh, like, yo, this is just not fair. But definitely let me know what your guys' thoughts in this chapter, because after reading this chapter, I have no fucking idea how the good guys are gonna win. Like, please let me know. Please tell me what your guys' theories are, what your thoughts, because I just don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe I'm gonna have to watch like other content creators' reactions, even when it comes to Jay, the God tiers and stuff, or even hop on the Discord, because I just don't see us winning. I literally don't see us winning after this chapter and what happened with Ross and all. I just, how are we gonna fucking do this shit? And everybody's already struggling with the Gaki. Like, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? But yeah, always gotta give thanks to our Father Yahuwah and his only begotten Son Yahushua Mashiach. But you guys have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And like always, peace easy. Shalom.